constructive or an entire constructive and say to my advanced kids, your homework is to do something after watching this constructive. Maybe you make your own constructive, maybe you respond to it, maybe you look at TU, how TU was handled, maybe you bring in a flow, something like that. And at that point, watching practice rounds or segments of practice rounds opens up doors for the kids to, as advanced kids, watch each other and learn from each other. But I'm not there yet. It'd be a while for it.
Part, like doing that with practice rounds and recording and trying to get them to watch the audio, like you said earlier, the audio is really the challenge.
What I did was,
it's a little bit rapid and they're just not quite close enough. It makes it incredibly hard to understand.
what I'm able to do is the camera that I got, which is an HD camera, I got that. But I also bought for maybe 20 bucks a wired microphone that plugs into the camera, and it has a 20-foot cord, which is a pain, but the wireless were like 200. So it's a 20-foot cord, and it runs right up to the platform, and it literally is linked to, or it's snapped to the platform where they read their, where they put their laptops. The audio is crystal clear. I think I could show you an example if you want, if I wanted, but I don't think you want that. But yeah. Other questions?
So in the other system that you use to do all the edits, like all the cool animation in the background, and you downloaded that for free for trial?
Yeah, it's Camtasia. It's
What's it cost?
Camtasia.com. 99 bucks if you want to purchase lifetime full copy. But your 30-day copy is full trial. There are no restrictions. You can do everything. And 30 days is a lot, especially in the summertime.
But Josh, as a follow-up with that, let's say you built your product within the 30 days, now you're ready to play it in the classroom or give it to kids. Are they going to be able to play it when your 30-day trial is
Oh,
over?
you export it to QuickTime.
Okay.
And then the QuickTime gets uploaded to YouTube or Edmodo.
Got it.
Edmodo, the limit is 100 megabytes, which is
So
almost
is
all the
it more
videos
of
I
a
see.
Mac?
Yeah, it's an
No, I'm a Mac user, but they have Mac and PC. In fact, Camtasia Studio 8 for Windows allows you to embed quizzes into the into the video. But I have a Mac laptop, so I don't
Sure,
use
one
it.
that
Yeah.
I've been playing with. A lot of us probably use Dropbox for our files and stuff like that. If we're doing paperless and baking things. There are now hard drives that you can get, like a terabyte hard drive, that actually sync with your Dropbox. So in other words, you're getting a terabyte of space extended to your Dropbox. You can stick all your videos and stuff onto that, and then they can access it through the Dropbox.
You've upgraded, if you pay for your if you have Dropbox, if you pay for the $100 a year.
Yeah.
Right, that gives you a
That
terabyte.
just went to a terabyte.
Yeah.
Just recently
But,
for us.
right, but you can buy a hard drive now, a terabyte hard drive for $100, and it's good forever, and it just links right into it.
Dropbox is good. What you want to do is you link the videos for them to download. Don't share it. Don't share the folder with them, because unless your kids all have a terabyte space on Dropbox, which you don't know
Just
that
have
they will.
Right.
So they have to download it to their desktop. But you can have it resident in your Dropbox, send the link out, they download it from your Dropbox to their desktop.
And you can put that link on Edmodo or
Yeah.
Infinite Campus.
Right.
We use Infinite Campus.
Or tweet it to them.
Yeah.
Josh, for embedding quizzes,
Yes.
that sort of thing, something I've been using this year is Blend Space.
And I've seen some of your blend spaces,
Yeah.
and they're phenomenal.
Yeah, so Ed Puzzle, I think, does that too. It's a sort of the same thing. I don't remember if Ed Puzzle lets you do it directly into the video, but Blend Space, I like it. You can have the video right there, and then the quiz is right next to it, all on the same.
And I've seen your
website.
flowing video and your disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. So, one of the things I want to try next is for my novices, take a lay practice round, and have a screen with like 4 boxes, like Brady Bunch. One box is the video of them debating. The next box is the flow, which of course we can take afterward and scan it and have that be a box. The next box is the evidence, where we can actually show the evidence that they're reading on the screen. I don't know what goes in the 4th box, but 4 boxes is nice. Yeah, yeah. Here's a story. But even if I did like this, half the screen is the evidence, and then the flow, and and I can switch them out. But what a powerful learning tool for novices who can see the flow being created, who can see the evidence currently being read, who can hear the audio and see the video, and they just see the whole debate round from a complete angle. So, and more questions?
You're gonna use the program that you downloaded, I just lost where I wrote it down, but that's what you're gonna use to do the
Camtasia,
4
yeah.
boxes?
Yeah, yeah.
I will throw something out. I haven't completely flipped like you have, and this is really cool, and I'm learning lots of stuff. I started doing a little bit of it last year because my kids were coming back from math class with it flipped, and I'm like, the same way you were, this is unbelievable, why aren't we doing it? So I was doing a little bit as supplement, and where I think it also helps too, though, is with kids with varying skill levels.
Yeah.
And especially when we've got advanced debate classes where we have 4-year debaters who are doing, at one level, and then you've got 2nd-year debaters who are really still kind of novices. You can get extra, you can flip within the classroom too, while people are working on activities.
And that's, if you've heard of blended learning,
Right.
that's blended learning, where during a 50-minute class period, those who didn't watch the video last night are in one corner watching the video, those who were absent, those who, and so you've got 4 or 5 workstations, and really it's differentiated instruction, but it's more paced out. Instead of everyone's gonna do 4 versions of the same activity, which is more differentiated instruction, everyone's gonna do their next step in the journey. So we're gonna learn about, topicality. I wanna break it down into 8 parts, and you kind of do things as you can.
Seems like this would work incredibly well for the novice forensics class.
Yes.
Those first couple of weeks when everyone's trying to learn different things.
Yeah, and if I knew anything about forensics, I would do that, but yeah. I think that this potential for novice forensics is incredible.
Well, because, and that's where I started it, was last semester, and the NSDA website's an amazing resource on that, because you can take your interpreters and have them go over and start watching interpret videos, and your
Yeah.
extempers go over and start watching extemp videos.
Now, this involves some degree of theft, so we'll pretend that I didn't do this. But what I want to do is I want to download the final round of oration, and I just want to isolate the introduction. And so I'm pulling them all in, all 6 speeches into a single video, because I want my kids to see how the oration introduction is so formulaic that you can, and either I want you to repeat it or I don't want you to repeat it, depending on, what your topic is, or what you want to do with it. But I'm actually just getting to watch, just isolating the first minute of each oration with screen things. Okay, here comes the roadmap. There it is. Here's the cheesy intro. And using screen elements to isolate. Now here comes the 3, 2, now here's where she says her roadmap. That would be a very powerful tool. Pam, I will not steal from NSDA. But you're-
No, I was gonna speak to what you were wanting to do. That's also a great way to teach kids rhetorical devices that each of the speakers may be utilizing in their speech, and how it's threaded throughout the speech as well.
Yeah.
Well, I would respectfully say, even with the board member sitting in the room, that we're paying a lot for access. It's not safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's mine to repurpose, but you're right. I would not have qualms with that, because it would not be something that I would release or later sell. It would be just for my kids. So I would not have qualms about that. Sean?
What's the, having done a little bit of that, what's the ceiling that you find is the longest you can make a video and still get good results? Because the 2 problems I've had is my initial videos were way too long. I got that feedback right away. And then just how scared were you when you first initially started that, like, well, I hope they do their homework? Because as a teacher, that is always a problem.
Yeah, and if they don't do it, then they don't, right?
Right.
So you've asked 2 questions. The
Yeah.
first is the threshold for the video length, and the second is, sort of what happens if they don't.
Or just, how successful have you been in them doing it?
Yeah, the longest video that I have is about 15 minutes, and that makes me a little nervous. But I feel like it's engaging enough, and they can rewind it if they zone out. You can't do that in a lecture. I'm sure at some point today you thought about something other than what I was saying, and I lost your attention for 5-10 minutes, right? That's the world we live in. If you do that during video, you can rewind it. I'm not saying that's what all the kids are doing, but mine is about 15 minutes. And it's amazing how I'll write the script for, stock issues, and then suddenly now I'm writing the script for fiat, because what ends up happening is I write the script and then I realize I'm on another topic entirely. And so then I can just copy and paste that into a new document and say I'll deal with that. That's a separate video. And so really it's kind of organic how, let's just talk about debate, and now I'm talking about this, and now I'm talking about that. So about 15 minutes. The topicality, there are 3 videos. There's topicality, extra ed effects topicality, and answering topicality. And they watched all three at once. And that was probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Yeah. Oh, wait, I didn't answer the second part of your question. With the engagement piece.
Yeah, how successful is it? Have you ever had a day where everybody goes, no, we didn't watch the video?
I haven't had that yet, but we're still in the honeymoon period.
Right.
And they're still eager to please, and they like the video, they're buying into it. I am only planning on flipping the first, month of school, and I think that's what most of us do with our novice world, is the first month of instruction looks completely different. After September 19th, what we do in novice debate looks completely different. It may not be that way for you, but it is for me. So my flipped element only lasts first day of school to the first tournament weekend. Because now we have things, we have to do differently. I still didn't answer your question.
If it hasn't happened yet, that's great.
I can't say it hasn't happened. I will say, on the day after, I have far more kids who know what they're talking about than the day after I lecture on the content. That's about the best I can do. You had a question.
Yeah, I was wondering how much time that you, specifically, that you spent on, first of all, writing the scripts out, and secondly, on filming the videos. Like, for each script and each video, what would you say was the time you spent beforehand?
The script took a lot longer than I wanted, but the beauty of writing a script is you get everything covered. I mean, how many times have you done a lecture, and then the bell rings, and you're like, crap, I never even talked about, and now my first hour knows this, and I forgot about this first hour, but I remembered it fourth hour, but I didn't remember it right, so all your kids are on a different page. The scripting probably took about 4 hours to write a 15-minute script. That's with lots of breaks and me sitting in my garage with coffee and cigarettes and, just plugging away at the computer, right? I'm sure many of you would be far more efficient than that. But for me, it was about 4 hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours per script. I think 4 is. But the beauty of it is now every sentence that the kids hear is intentional. I don't get off track. I don't forget things. It's all in the script. And so everything I know about disadvantages that I need them to know is right there. And the best part is, if you ever lectured and gone down a road, you realize you didn't care about that anymore. And you're like, I just wasted like 10 minutes talking about how topicality used to be called something else, and they don't care. Well, you just highlight and delete, right? Pam?
When do you segue from your generic fun topic resolution to now let's apply this background knowledge of theory to introducing the topic? Or do you start to blend that?
It is blended.
Okay.
And really, we don't talk about the homework debate in class. The kids have done a very good job of understanding that that is a practice resolution and this is the actual resolution. And so when we talk about, like, I didn't talk about homework topicality in class yesterday. I talked about ocean topicality. And it seemed very seamless. I didn't sense that they struggled or, because I think by teaching them a more universal approach to something like disadvantages without being topic specific, and maybe they get it under 2 different resolutions, which probably increases learning or destroys it. I don't know yet. Yes.
I also wanted to know the length of the time you take filming the videos. How long filming and editing?
Oh, yes.
How much does that
The
take?
filming is the worst part. I hate filming. I hate it because I have to keep from sweating, and the air conditioner cannot be on because otherwise it creates a hum. And I've got a suit jacket on, and it's summertime. Like, it is a bad time, and I'll do everything I can to not mess up my words, because my threshold for I got to start over is pretty low, because I want to create a good product for the kids and maybe for others as well. And so filming each video, I have to do in that 15 minutes. I have to do 2 or 3 or 4 takes. And sometimes I'll just get a minute into it and have to start over. Other times I'll just, get to the very end. But that's the beauty of cut, and in Camtasia, I can start over. So, and that's, originally it was just me reading a script with no way to stop it and back the script up. And that was a big problem because I'd be, and the teleprompter would be going, and if those words left the screen and I wasn't with it, I had no way to recover. But with my phone, I can just rewind it a couple of paragraphs, start over, and then just make a splice in the video that is almost unnoticeable. So now it shortens the length of time. I would say for each 15-minute video, I'd say it probably takes maybe 20, 25 minutes of filming. And then the editing of the film takes a long time, but it's a good long time, and I think it's the most valuable part of the process. I mean, it can be up to 8 hours for a single video, for some of the longer ones that have a lot of graphics. But then that's yours to keep forever, you know, and you get to use it every year. Just think, I don't have to create those videos again. You know, the video on topicality, mine to use for the next, you know, as long as it's relevant. Other questions? Okay, it is now 9, 10, 11. So that's 20 minutes. You can stay here, you can work, you can take a break, you can do what you need to do, you can keep asking questions. But thank you for coming, and I appreciate it. And I wish you well on your flip journey, should you choose to take it.